This video brought to you by MoveBot.io.
Welcome everyone to Google Cloud Next.
Google Cloud Next is only a few days away, and I have the latest info on what to expect when you are attending. Last year was a breakout year and the first time in Las Vegas, and the team learned a ton about throwing an event of this magnitude in the new location in Las Vegas. Last year's show moved from San Francisco and increased the attendee number from 18,000 to just under 35,000, and I understand that this year is going to be even bigger. Many of you came up to me last year and thanked me for the survival guide that I created last year, so I knew that I absolutely had to do one again for this year. This is an update to that, and some of it is repeat, but I do have new exclusive maps and information for what to expect at Google Next 2025. But first, a word from our sponsor. MoveBot is an all-in-one data migration tool that solves the headache of moving data between platforms. It's simple, intuitive, and completely SaaS. Need to migrate files from on-prem to the cloud? No problem. AWS to GCP? Simple. Cloud back down to local? Done. They work with over 30 platforms and can even do mailbox and calendar migrations. You can get a free 50 gigabyte file transfer just for signing up for a free trial and actually test the service by using your data. Check out MoveBot.io today, and thank you MoveBot for continuing to sponsor the channel. Now back to the video. Alright, step one, purchase a ticket. If you haven't done that, I don't know what you're waiting for, what kind of a rock you've been living under. Good morning, you just woke up. I have good news for you. If you still haven't gotten your ticket, my discount code still works. The code is 799CHAMPION in all capital letters, and it brings the price down from the $1,500 full ticket price back to the early bird price of $799. The conference is very nearly sold out, however, so if you still haven't gotten your ticket, please stop delaying, go and do it now. I'll wait. Okay, great. You have your ticket. Now let's talk hotels. Again, most of the hotels in Vegas are probably sold out, and so you may have to look a little bit further away in order to get there, but I recommend booking as close to the venue as you can possibly get. The venue, in case you missed it, is Mandalay Bay, and it is the Mandalay Bay Convention Center. So even if you're staying in the Mandalay Bay Hotel, such as I am, you're still going to have to walk around a mile in order just to get to the opening doors of the convention center and into your sessions or into the expo floor, etc. Step 3 is make sure to book your sessions. If you didn't see my session guide video, go and check it out, and I will link it at the end of this video as well as in the show notes down below, where I go through all of the sessions that I recommend. Some of them are focused on Google Workspace, but some of them are general as well. The reason why you need to book your sessions is because you are literally reserving a seat in the session when you are adding it to your agenda in the app. And the reason why this is important is because they do sell out, and if you miss that opportunity, you're going to end up on the overflow line and you may not be able to get into the session. Many of these sessions are recorded, but some of them are not, so be careful and be sure, if you really want to attend a session, to add it to your agenda now. Step 4 is packing. The dress code, as I understand it, is business casual, but you will have people at all ends of the spectrum as long as it is presentable. You'll have folks on one end that are going to be in full suits, such as the executives or big partners, etc. Sponsors occasionally will dress very nicely, and then you'll have people at the other end of the spectrum who are dressed in a t-shirt and shorts. I recommend being comfortable and presentable, so whatever that means to you and whatever that works for you, just remember it is a professional environment. I will likely be wearing one of my usual nerdy t-shirts and probably a sport coat, or in place of the sport jacket, a sweater, because it does get rather cold in there. Also acceptable is company branded shirts, so if you have polos or shirts that are made with your company logos or jackets, sweaters, etc., that is also acceptable. Keep in mind that basically the entire event is going to be held inside. There are very few things that happen outside in Las Vegas because it is designed around being able to operate 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, etc. There will be an occasional party or vendor event that takes place off-site or outside by the pool, but usually all of the sessions and the keynotes are completely indoors. As an extension of that, there will be air conditioning on pretty much constantly, and it's not that hot in Vegas, and it does get pretty cold in the room. So if you're somebody who gets cold easily, you definitely want to make sure that you have those extra layers for when you need them. Also, and I cannot stress this enough, wear comfortable shoes. As I mentioned before, you're going to be walking at least a mile just to get into the venue itself, never mind going from one session to another, upstairs again, back down to the first floor, then somewhere else for lunch, and then somewhere else for a session, etc. and so forth. You're going to be covering a lot of ground. Make sure to heed my advice and your feet will thank you later. Other items I recommend buying are lip balm and hand cream because since all of the air is filtered and it's air conditioned, it does get very dry in the space, and after day one, I already was getting some serious chapping going on just on my hands alone, probably from all the mad tweeting I was doing during the keynote, but that's my problem. You can buy these things locally, of course, and sometimes the vendors will give them away, but everything in Vegas is much more expensive, and who knows what the quality of the stuff that the vendors are giving away is, so if you have things that you prefer or are your favorites, I recommend throwing those in your suitcase. One last thing to note on the air being very dry and the fact that you're going to be doing a lot of talking, I recommend bringing a throat lozenge or cough drops of some sort so that you have a way to soothe your throat. Tea is also a very good option. Another thing I always travel with is a copious amount of battery packs. Charging is going to be at a premium there, and you're going to be on your devices quite a bit, whether you're taking notes, networking, looking things up, following the map, etc. You are going to burn through battery fast. Personally, I bring lots of different types of batteries. I like to have different batteries for different scenarios, such as this MagSafe that clips on directly to the back of my phone. This is the Anker 621 5000 milliamp battery. It's got the MagSafe on there, as you can see there, and it's relatively thin. It clips onto the back of the phone, and that's great for charging when you're on the go. If you're going to the party next at night or a different vendor event and you need to charge up your phone because you've been using it all day, this is great to slap it on the back and then head out without having to wait for it to recharge. Then I also carry larger ones for my camera and my laptops, such as this Anker Prime power bank. This is great because it has the built-in charger as well as the the USB-C ports on the side, so it charges itself as well as is able to charge your devices, and it is a battery, so when it's unplugged from the wall, you charge your devices into here and you are able to charge from there. This is only 10,000 milliamps though, so if you are going to be charging something like a MacBook Pro and you want to be able to charge the whole battery, this isn't going to get you very far. For the more serious gear, I bring this Anker Prime power bank, which is 25,000 milliamps, compared to 10,000 or 5,000 of the one for your phone. This also has built-in USB-C cables that double as a handle to hold it, and also a retractable cable, which is super handy up on the top. Another thing I love about both of these battery packs is that the screen turns on and tells me how much is left and what is charging when something is plugged in, which I find to be super helpful for at a glance for knowing how much power I have left or how much power something is drawing out to make sure that my phone or my laptop is charging at full speed and that I'm utilizing the correct cable and so on. Yes, I'm a huge Anker battery fan, but there are lots of options out there, so bring your favorite ones. And let me know which one is your favorite, because I'm always looking for new, better battery packs. The reason I carry all of this power with me is because, as I mentioned, I don't want to have to charge during the day. I want to have all of the batteries with me that I'm going to need, charge my devices on the fly as I need them. Next, I always make sure to pack a larger suitcase than I think I'm going to need, and the reason is as follows. You're going to be picking up extra things along the way. Number one, you're getting a water bottle from Google. I'll get to that in a little bit. Number two, you're going to be picking up swag from vendors. Every year, there's a ton of crap that they like to give out. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, some of it is stickers for the kids, whatever it is. You want to have a little bit of extra space to be able to fit that in your luggage and not have everything packed to the brim when you come in with nothing left to put in there on your way home. In the past, I've also won devices, for example, in a contest from one of the vendors, and that took up a little bit more space than stickers, for example. And of course, it's always possible that you see something that you like while you're in Las Vegas and you bring home a local souvenir. My kids personally always appreciate when I bring them home something from my travels. Next, staying hydrated is extremely important. As I mentioned, the air is very dry. You're going to be doing a lot of talking, a lot of moving. Water is important, and because of that factor, Google is giving out water bottles to everybody who has a conference pass. In the past years, they've given out these glass water bottles with the Next logo on them and this nice grippy area, or this large metal insulated water bottle, also from Google Next. I don't remember which year this was exactly. This one was, I think, last year or 2 years ago. It has like a wooden cap that I think is on the shelf there behind me somewhere. I don't know what it's going to be this year, but I do have it confirmed that they are giving away water bottles, and there are water bottle refill stations all throughout the venue and through the hotel. They're very popular all over Las Vegas. If you prefer something other than water, when they serve lunch, there are generally seltzers and sodas that are also available, and the all-important coffee is also available throughout the venue. One point on coffee: most conference coffee is terrible. Pro tip here: you want to find places such as the Learning Certification Lounge area, any lounge that you have access to, whether you're a partner or a GDE or otherwise. Also, sometimes on the expo floor, you'll be able to find all of these locations generally tend to have a cappuccino or espresso maker, and you can get really good coffee over there, and that becomes just like, I move in. That's my home base. I just need endless amounts of coffee because nobody sleeps when they go to these things, and so be sure to go and look out for those. You'll appreciate it, and thank me later. Lastly, I always bring business cards. Now, this may be an old-fashioned style, but it is simpler and easier to exchange business cards with people than it is to do something like the NFC codes, which I have tried in the past, where I put an NFC sticker on my badge. Always every different phone is a different place where you have to scan it, and it doesn't always work correctly, and then it's more an exercise in frustration than it is trying to just quickly exchange information with somebody as you run off to your next session. A couple ways that I like doing it is, one, I'll notate who they are in the next app. I believe last year there was a way for you to download the list of your favorites or contacts or something. Alternatively, in the LinkedIn app, they have a really easy to use barcode scanner where you just have the barcode of your profile, the other person scans it with their LinkedIn app, and it opens up, and then they hit connect. Another way to do that is to take a screenshot of that barcode, make it your screen background, your lock screen background on your phone while you're at the conference, and then you can just pull your phone open and they can scan it right then and there. And another way to do that is to generate your own QR code and have that go to a Linktree or whatever, something with a list of your social locations or, YouTube profile, developer profile, etc. All right, step 5, the conference. Congrats, you made it to Las Vegas. Welcome. Remember right away to pick up your badge. One of the greatest things that they did last year, which they're doing again, is the ability to pick up your badge as soon as you land in the airport. There were basically no lines, and then it was done, and you didn't have to worry about it after the fact. If you wait until the morning of the conference starting, you're going to be hit with massive lines, and it may even delay you from getting in to see the keynote. In the airport on April 7th, 8th, and 9th, you'll be able to pick up your badge by the Starbucks in Terminal 1, and I'm not sure where they're locating it in Terminal 3, but there is a location there as well. Now, if you forget, can't find, or are too stressed out to pick it up in the airport, don't worry, there are other locations at the major hotels in the area of the convention center, such as at Mandalay, where you'll be able to pick up your badge in the lobby of Mandalay Bay. Additional locations are the convention center foyer, and on the 8th and the 9th at the Luxor Tour Desk, the Four Seasons Rotunda, and also at Allegiant Stadium. Refer to the chart on the screen for specifics. Next, day 1 kicks off with the keynote. The stadium where it is being held is not the massive Allegiant Stadium, it's the smaller Michelob Ultra Stadium inside of Mandalay Bay Convention Center, and it only seats 10,000. That is about 1/4 of the people that are registered to attend for this event. You do want to get there early if you want to be able to get a seat. There will be live stream overflow areas for all of the extra folks, but it is also live stream on YouTube, X, and I imagine elsewhere as well. It's always a great experience and a good time. I personally like to be in the room where it happens. It sets the energy and the tone for the conference, and it's just a really good experience and a lot of fun. After that, the sessions will begin and the expo floor will open. Google has put a ton of effort into designing incredible show floors, as you can see from some of these maps that I obtained before the event. The images that I saw of the individual breakout zones and areas throughout the venue look amazing. I'm also going to try and get some exclusive behind-the-scenes setup video, so be sure that you are subscribed to the channel for the BTS video when it comes out. Be sure to walk around the different areas of the show floor, the expo areas, the showcase, where basically it's similar to a playground of all the latest and greatest technology, some of it only being announced that day, being shown off what is possible and what some of the international partners have done with it. The booths are always a lot of fun. Last year there was an AI-assisted soccer form rating, etc. In the past there have been drone racing league setups, and this year I have heard that there is going to be an arcade area, so I imagine that's going to be a lot of fun. Day 2 has the developer keynote. This is later in the afternoon as opposed to first thing in the morning, which helps out with scheduling issues that we had last year, and may not be as applicable to everyone, but is always a really good time. In the past, there have been musical numbers, as well as amazing demonstrations from Google developers, Google developer experts, as well as partners from around the world. If you're concerned about what you're going to eat while you're there, no worries. Lunch is provided, and as I mentioned before, they have a bunch of drinks and snacks throughout the day as well. On Thursday, April 10th, starting at 7 p.m. at Allegiant Stadium, which is just close by across the bridge, they're going to have a special performance from Las Vegas locals and international superstars, The Killers, which is always a very good time and lots of fun. And of course, be sure to attend the networking meetups for each of the different categories. I am personally going to be co-hosting, along with a Googler, the Google Workspace Admins Meetup. Friends of mine are going to be hosting the Learning and Credentials Certifications Meetup, as well as the AppSheet Meetup. There's a whole bunch of them, so make sure you find the one that works best for you and go and check it out so that you can network with like-minded folks. The idea behind these is the fact that it is really, really hard to find similar folks amongst a crowd of 40,000 people, and this is a great way to do so. All right, That was a lot of information. That wraps up my Know Before You Go survival guide video for another year. Stay tuned to the channel. I've got about 10 videos planned to be released in and around and just after Google Next. Please hit the like button so that YouTube knows that you like this video. If you have questions and comments, I am going to be monitoring and do try to answer all of them. As a Google developer expert, have access to Googlers and the folks that are actually on the team planning and organizing this event. So if I can answer anything and get any questions answered for you, please drop them down below. I will do my best. And as always, thanks for watching and see you there.